Well, hello there. It's that time again. As I say every single week, time for that blog that truly blazes here on February the 18th of 2011, recording live from Modern Zen with my friend Marissa Cohen.
Hi.
Yay. A talented astrologer, writer, editor, a lady of many skills, many talents, and we're glad to have her here sharing them on the blog that truly blazes.
Always glad to be here.
Glad to have her. The first card is the last card of the previous week's reading, and that card is the Sun. Ooh, blazing power, that radiant orb that lights up our sky and warms our earth. Success, prosperity, abundance, happiness, freedom, spiritual empowerment, all these good things that we all deserve to have. And that's basically the card that we're just coming out of, or sort of like where we're at right now. Now, you may not feel all of those things, all right? But this is a period where we can really be strong, and it's very fitting because we have a full moon in Leo tonight, which is ruled by the Sun, right? Go
Absolutely.
ahead.
And the great thing about a full moon is that it supports all of the manifestations from the beginning of the month. So this is actually one half of the journey that began with the new moon in Aquarius, which would have been the beginning of the month, and that was supporting community networks, Aquarian ideals, yay.
Yay.
He's an Aquarius, yay.
Aquarius, yay.
Right. Independence, all that stuff. But with the full moon in Leo, what's happening is that all of those things that started are being brought to fullness and fruition in a very Leo fashion, which means confidence, charisma, creative work. All of that stuff is coming into the mix, and it's just fully supporting and blossoming the things that we started at the beginning of the month. Right? That's Bob's little flower. So we can look for that, and that's a really nice energy that's coming in. And as always with full moons, they may close out some other things that are not working, but it's just full moons are always also very cleansing. So it's a very nice energy to be in right now.
Yes, it is a very nice energy, and I especially like that because I'm a Leo rising, so
right, which means
I'm
that's
really
going to hit your
lit
first
up.
house. Right, which means that's going to be active in your first house. So creative work, things like that, are going to be supported specifically today and over the next couple of days.
Oh boy, this is going to be an extra blazing blog then.
Yes,
it will.
It really is. It's
I get into
picking up
that
all the
software,
fire.
start editing this thing. Ooh,
Right.
Get those creative plugins going in Sony
Right.
Vegas. Ooh,
All that Leo stuff.
all that Leo stuff, all that Aquarius stuff just coming together.
Yeah.
I love it, baby. I love it.
Right.
And I like our next card. Our next card is the Lovers. Now, I know you're thinking, well, Bob, we just had Valentine's Day. Okay. Well, no, it's not that. Well, the Lovers can be serious relationship, but you know, a lot of times it's also higher energies. It's relating to the higher self, or in some traditions it's referred to as the Holy Guardian Angel, especially in the Kabbalah. So we're connecting with the higher energies. We're coming into a state of where we're going to possibly be very inspired. And we're also going to have a lot of positive mental energy. It is attributed to Gemini. Okay? Gemini, the twins, rules the Lovers. So it's basically the idea of twinning. It's the idea of connecting with our higher selves, our guardians, our angels. And of course it could be, if you're very relationship oriented right now, this could have to do with physical relationship. Basically more of a long-term thing. It's not usually the card of, even though it's called the Lovers, it's usually not your sexual fling. It's more of a serious, long-term, heart-to-heart commitment. Okay, you want to go ahead and comment on the card?
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing with Lovers is that while it can also be long-term relationships, it can also be relating to yourself in a fuller way, back to the creativity, coming to a greater expression of your creativity and a more fuller expression of your creativity. Because with the Lovers, it can also represent connecting to different sides of yourself and having sort of a cohesive whole that goes on. So that's also really nice. And also, as far as the Lovers go, what really struck me is what you said about the higher energy. We're actually specifically coming out of a lot of Aquarian energy right now. Specifically, our Mercury and our Mars have been in Aquarius up to now, which is a very sort of higher buzzing level energy, very community oriented, very looking towards change and new age structures and things like that. That's going to start to change in the next couple of days, the 21st and the 23rd, We're going to switch our Mercury and our Mars, representing how we think about things, representing how we think about things, and representing our motivation for life. That's going to go from Aquarius into Pisces, which is a very, very spiritual, high-minded sign. So out of everything that Bob just said, the one that struck me the most was the higher energies coming in, because Aquarius and Pisces energy can completely represent that, and that's what we'll be coming to in between the 21st and the 23rd as the Mars and the Mercury switch off.
Yay!
Exactly.
And it gets even more profound and intense. Towards the end of the week, we come into the energies of the Aeon. Now this card is called Judgment in the traditional tarot. It's attributed to fire. Fire like in Leo, blazing. But this is pure fire, pure elemental fire. It's making final decisions regarding the past. It's saying, okay, I don't need this in my life, this in my life, this in my life. This I can let go. This I can release. This can let me move forward. So it's a forward moving energy. It's coming into a new aeon. It's coming into a new state of empowerment, and it's purging, cleansing, purifying us to be all that we can be. So it's not a bad thing, nothing to be scared of. If anything, it's very, very empowering. And it's going to give us a lot of choices and the ability to really focus on what is real to us. Right, Marissa?
Yeah, and what's really interesting, I think, about what Bob just said, as far as judgment goes, it brings in final decisions, it washes out the old and brings in the new. What's happening astrologically is that we have a couple of planets that are bumping up against each other, so we may feel a tension as we make those decisions. Saturn is still in Libra, which represents figuring out partnerships and a lot of partnership lessons. For example, for those of you who have a Saturn in a love planet or the 5th house, that's going to bring in a lot of relationship lessons that have been a long time coming. That's been here for about a year and a half. It'll continue to be here until about 2012. What's also happening is we have Jupiter and Uranus in Aries, the opposite sign from Libra, but they're conjunct, which means that when you're dealing with Jupiter and Uranus, it's going to be a lot of luck, a lot of let's blaze forward, let's go do this, let's do this now. And it might feel like it's bumping up against the Saturn, which, kind of by nature wants to keep you a little bit, careful and quiet and out of the game. So you may feel a little bit of a tension between those two planets as you're going forward. But it's still incredibly powerful, and the idea is to listen to the Saturn lessons that you're learning while still going ahead with the Aries energy of Uranus, which brings quick change, and Jupiter, which brings in a lot of luck and expansion. So the idea is to keep going forward, keep listening to the lessons that you're learning, and just allow it to expand, because it will.
Outstanding. Outstanding, Marissa. Outstanding. Well, very empowering, very powerful reading. And speaking of powerful readings, if they want one of those powerful astrology readings or they need some editing work done.
Yes, absolutely.
How do they get in touch with you?
Either way, whether it's for astrology or intuitive services, I also do manifestation sessions or creative writing sessions about unblocking creative writing and using creative solutions to unblock yourself.
Cool.
For any of that, you can go to happyganesh.com. You can also email me at marissa@happyganesh.com or happyganeshreadings@gmail.com. You can also find Happy Ganesh, which is my business, on Facebook or on Twitter. There's a lot of really fun free articles on the Happy Ganesh blog about manifestation, about astrology, about simple tips and tricks that you can apply practically to your life to get a little more creative, specifically about astrology.
Outstanding. Outstanding. And you can always go to my website, which will appear at the end of this in the closing titles. I've been reading tarot for over 25 years. I do past life regression work. I'm a certified clinical hypnotist. I do energy healing. And also, I am an avid photographer and videographer. I'm offering headshots for only $19.95 here at Modern Zen. So if you're in South Florida and you need your headshot, you need your portrait, you need your portrait taken, come look me up, okay? I'll treat you right. Okay, listen, we love you. We care about you deeply. We appreciate you, because without you, we'd be just two adults sitting in front of this one-eyed thing.
Right, holding tarot cards.
Yeah, talking about these laminated pieces of cardboard that flash up on the screen.
Right.
Okay? We want to be so much more than that. So we appreciate you. We love you. And until we meet you again, many, 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 and many more blessings.